The snow hit like a freight train, burying my truck's tires in a whiteout blur before I even saw the curve. 1 second, I'm cursing the GPS for leading me into this godforsaken Wyoming backroad. The next, I'm spinning out, slamming into a drift that feels like the Earth's way of saying, "Stay put, asshole." My phone's dead, the engine's coughing its last, and the radio spits static like it's laughing at me. Dominic Hale, city boy from Chicago, lost in the Rockies with nothing but a half-empty flask of bourbon and a lifetime of regrets chasing me like wolves. I kick the door open, boots crunching into powder that swallows me to my knees, and scream into the void. "Fuck you, universe. This is how it ends." My voice bounces back, mocking, swallowed by the howl of wind that rips through the pines like they're paper. Heart pounding, I think of him, ex-fiancé, the one who left me at the altar with a note saying I was too much, too queer for his straight-laced family. That's why I'm here, running from a wedding that never happened, chasing some bullshit idea of reinvention in the wilds. But the wilds don't give a damn about your sob story. They just freeze you solid. Hours blur into a numb haze. I huddle in the cab, wrapping my scarf around my neck like it'll save me. Visions of frostbite and headlines. Urban idiot freezes in quest for manhood, dancing in my head. Then, headlights pierce the storm, 2 yellow eyes cutting through the white hell. Pickup roars up, bigger than mine, chains rattling like chainsaws. It skids to a stop 10 feet away, and out steps a figure straight from a Hemingway fever dream, tall, broad-shouldered, in a wool coat dusted with snow, rifle slung over one shoulder like it's an extension of his arm. He shines a flashlight right in my face, and I squint, half expecting a grizzly in Carhartt. "You all right in there?" His voice is gravel and smoke, low and steady, cutting through the gale like a knife. Wyoming drawl, thick as molasses, but there's an edge, concern laced with wariness. I crack the window, breath fogging the glass. Define, all right, truck's dead, phone's a brick, and I'm 1 toe away from becoming a popsicle. "You some kind of snow angel or just lost too?" He chuckles, a rumble that warms the cab more than the heater ever could. "Name's Anthony. Local guide, hunt elk, track strays. Saw your taillights flicker from the ridge. Lucky I did, or you'd be tomorrow's headline." He circles the truck, peering under the hood with the ease of someone who's wrestled engines in blizzards before. Radiators shot. Fuel line froze solid. Ain't moving till morning, if then. Great. "So I'm your charity case now," I snap, but there's no bite. Exhaustion's got me soft. But close, through the glass. He's older than I thought, mid-40s maybe. Salt and pepper beard framing a jaw that could crack walnuts. Eyes like storm clouds, gray and piercing. Scars on his knuckles, the kind from hard labor, not desk jobs. Something about him tugs at me, a pull I haven't felt since that altar betrayal, raw and unwelcome. He straightens, wipes snow from his gloves. Charity? Not. Common sense. Cabin's a mile back. Got heat. Chow. A cot. You freeze out here. I'm the one hauling your corpse. Come on. He yanks the door open before I can protest, offering a hand that's calloused but gentle, pulling me out into the bite of wind. I stumble, leaning into him more than I mean to, his arm steady around my waist. Cologne hits me, pine and leather, mixed with the crisp bite of winter. My pulse skips, traitorous. The trek's a blur of cursing and crunching snow, his flashlight carving a path through the dark. We don't talk much. Words feel superfluous against the storm's roar. His cabin looms like a sentinel, log walls glowing amber from within, smoke curling from the chimney in lazy defiance. Inside, it's a time capsule of frontier life, stone fireplace crackling, antler chandelier overhead, a kitchenette cluttered with coffee mugs and jerky wrappers. No Wi-Fi, no flat screen. Just a stack of dog-eared paperbacks by the fire and a guitar leaning in the corner, strings dusty. "Sit," he says, shrugging off his coat to reveal a thermal shirt clinging to muscle earned from chopping wood. Not Jim's. He tosses me a blanket thicker than my ex's excuses. "Coffee or whiskey?" "Whiskey." Stat. I sink into the armchair, bones thawing, watching him pour from a bottle older than me. He hands it over, our fingers brushing electric, accidental. Or not. We drink in silence at first, flames dancing shadows across his face. He stokes the fire, sparks flying like fireflies. "What brings a city slicker like you to Rattlesnake Ridge in December? Vacation gone south." I laugh. Bitter. More like life gone south. Fiancé bailed. Said I was complicating things with my preferences. Figured the mountains might sort my head out. Or bury it. The words spill unbidden. Whiskey loosening the knot in my chest. Vulnerability's not my style. But out here, masks slip easy. Anthony nods. No judgment in his eyes. Just a flicker recognition? Mountains got a way of stripping bullshit away. Seen it chew up tougher than you. He settles on the rug. Back to the hearth. Knees almost touching mine. Lost a partner once. Hunting accident. Thought the wild took him to spite me. Turns out, it's just indifferent. The air thickens. Charged. His gaze holds mine. Steady. Searching. I want to ask more. About the accident. The grief etched in his laugh lines. But instead, I lean forward. The whiskey buzzing warm. "You don't strike me as the type to lose anything." He smirks. But it's sad. Everyone loses something. Dom. Question is what you salvage. The nickname rolls off his tongue like he's known me years. Not hours. My full name's Dominic, but no one's called me Dom since. Well, since before the lies piled up. That night, sleep evades me on the cot. His snores a low rumble from the loft. I stare at the rafters, replaying the brush of hands, the weight of his arm. Chicago feels a million miles away. Concrete cage. Here, in this stranger's den, possibility crackles like the fire. Dangerous. Alive. Morning breaks crisp. Sun glinting off icicles like diamonds. Anthony's up before dawn, frying eggs in a cast-iron skillet. The sizzle a symphony. Truck'll need towing. Got a buddy in town. Can radio him. You sticking around or hightailing it back to civilization? I sip black coffee, strong as his stare. Sticking. Owe you a thanks. At least. Dinner? My treat. If I can hitch a ride. He plates the food. Simple eggs. Bacon from his own smokehouse. Biscuits flaky as sin. Deal. But fair warning, I don't do fancy. And I got questions of my own. Over breakfast, stories unfurl. He's Anthony Crow, ex-Marine, settled here after the Corps spit him out in '05. Hunts for a living, guides tourists who think they want the real West but bail at the first blister. Divorced once. No kids. Ain't built for picket fences. But there's a pause. A shadow when he mentions the partner. Name unspoken. Jace. Taught me fly fishing. Gone too quick. My turn. Chicago ad exec. 32. Climbing ladders till they snapped under the weight of hiding. Came out at 25. Family's fine. Mom sends rainbow cookies. But Mark, he proposed to shut me up, then ghosted when the in-laws sniffed sin. So yeah, midlife crisis early. Laughter bridges the gaps. Easy as breathing. By noon, we're knee-deep in snow. Him showing me tracks, elk, coyote, his hand on my shoulder to steady a slippery slope. Touch lingers, innocent at first, then not. Careful there, he murmurs, breath hot on my ear. I turn, noses brushing, world narrowing to gray eyes and stubble. We don't kiss, not yet. But the pull's there, magnetic, pulling me under. The tow truck hauls my Ford to Jackson Hole by dusk, mechanic quoting a week's repair. Anthony drives me back to his place in his battered Chevy, radio crooning Johnny Cash, low and lonesome. Guest room's yours till then, he says, casual. Unless you're itching for the bus station. Not itching. My hand finds his thigh on the gearshift, bold from the altitude or the ache. He doesn't pull away. That evening, we cook. Steak from his last hunt. Seared rare. Potatoes smashed with butter. Wine from a box. Because why not? Conversation turns intimate over candlelight from the fire. Dreams deferred. The quiet terror of loving in a world that doesn't always love back. Ever think about leaving? Ask, tracing the scar on his forearm. Shrapnel, he says, from Fallujah. Every winter, he admits. But this lands in my blood. Father's side, Crow agency roots, half native, half stubborn Irish. You, Chicago's home, but it's hollow. Always chasing the next high job. Guy, high-rise view. I set my fork down, heart thumping. Till now, his hand covers mine, rough thumb stroking knuckles. Careful, city boy. Mountains make fools of us all, but fools we become. After dinner, guitar in hand, he strums a melody, old folk tune, voice like aged bourbon. I join, off-key, harmonizing on the chorus. Laughter dissolves into silence, heavy. He sets the instrument aside, cups my face, beard tickling as lips meet. Slow, exploratory, tasting of salt and smoke. Fireworks behind my eyes, better than any city sparkler. We tumble to the rug, clothes shedding like old skin, bodies mapping uncharted territory. His touch is reverent, hands knowing from years of field dressing game but tender now, tracing ribs, hips, the curve of my spine. Beautiful, he whispers, against my neck, and I believe him first time in years. It's not frantic. It's communion, two souls adrift finding harbor. Afterward, tangled in blankets, his heartbeat syncs with mine, steady as the Rockies. Whispers in the dark, secrets shared. He confesses the accident. Jace slipped on ice during a storm hunt, head cracked on rock. Blame myself. Push too hard, too fast. I hold him as tears come, rare for a man like Anthony. My turn, Mark's betrayal. The note found in his drawer. I can't do this. Forgive me. Weeps for the boy I was, before walls went up. Dawn finds us entwined, coffee brewing. Idle, fragile. But fragility cracks. Day 3. His phone rings, rare. Satellite signal spotty. Buddy from town. Heard from Elena? She's in Jackson. Asking questions. Old flames die hard. Ha! Anthony stiffens. Hangs up quick. Ex-wife stuff. Nothing. I nod. But doubt seeds. Elena who? The divorce he glossed over? We hike anyway. Snowshoes crunching virgin powder. He points out constellations at noon. Reflected in ice Orion's belt. A hunter's mark. Laughter echoes. But tension simmers. At the overlook. Vast valley below. He pulls me close. This us, it's real. Dom. Don't let ghosts haunt it. I kiss him fierce. No ghosts. Just us. Repairs done by week's end. But I linger. Anthony teaches me to bait hooks. Skin a catch, hands guiding. Intimate. Nights blur into passion. Mornings into plans. Stay through spring, he urges. Help with tours. We could build something. Heart swells. For the first time, future gleams, not ladder, but hearth. Then, the storm returns. Not weather, but truth. It's a Tuesday. Sun mocking the chill with brazen gold. Anthony's out early, scouting trails for a client, wealthy Texan wanting authentic elk on his wall. I wave from the porch, coffee mug steaming, plotting dinner, venison stew, his recipe, with a twist of Chicago spice. The cabin feels like mine now, books dog-eared, guitar rest-wrung by my clumsy fingers. Love's sneaky that way, nesting in the mundane. Mid-morning, a knock rattles the door. Not Anthony's, too timid. I open to a woman, mid-40s like him, bundled in a parka too big for her frame, dark hair streaked gray, eyes hollowed by miles. Dominic? I'm Elena. Anthony's friend. He around, friend. The word lands like a gut punch. Out hunting. Can I help? She steps in uninvited, shedding snow like guilt. Kitchen table. She perches, hands twisting a thermos. Mind if I wait? Drove from Casper. 3 hours of nothing but antelope stairs. Polite. I portee his stash. Chamomile for nerves. Sure. What's the visit for? Hesitation. Then flood. Closure. I guess. We go back. High school sweethearts. Married young. He deployed. I waited. Came back different. Quieter. Haunted. Divorced amicable. But Jace. That broke him. I stuck around after. As friend. Helped with bills. The grief. Lately, he mentions you. Said you're staying. Jealousy flares. Irrational. Yeah. Helping out. She nods. Sipping. Good. He needs that. But watch, Anthony's got walls thicker than these logs. Pushes when he should pull close. Her gaze softens. Jace was like you, vibrant. City escapee. Anthony loved hard. Lost harder. The name hits his partner. The accident. But she says it casual. Like family. Questions bubble. But I swallow. How'd you two? After the divorce. Complicated. Loneliness binds tighter than vows sometimes. We talk late. Share a bed now and then, no labels. Comfort. She blushes. Faint. Till he started pulling away. Said he met someone real. You? I figure. Comfort. Bed. The stew sours in my gut. Before I process, truck rumbles up. Anthony bursts in, face paling at the sight. Elena? What the? Surprise, she says, standing. Hug tight, lingering. He holds her, whispers low, words lost to me. Then, release. Dom, this is Elena. Old. Everything. Introductions awkward. Air thick. Lunch forced. Sandwiches. Small talk about weather. Casper gossip. Elena's eyes dart to me. Assessing. Kind but probing. Anthony's tense. Jaw set. Excuses piling. Client calls. Trail checks. She leaves by dusk. Promise of coffee soon hanging like smoke. Alone. Storm brews. What was that? Ask. Chopping carrots harder than needed. Nothing. Elena's harmless. Shows up when life's quiet. He wraps arms around me from behind. Chin on shoulder. Missed you today. Kisses distract. But doubt festers. That night. Lovemaking's urgent. Reclaiming nails and backs. Gasps echoing. But morning. I wake to empty bed. His note. Coffee run. Love you. Love. First time spoken. Melts ice. But Elena's shadow lingers. Weeks roll. Spring teasing with mud and melt. I dive in. Co-guide for tours. Charming greenhorns with tales of urban folly. Anthony beams. Pride swelling his chest. You're a natural. Dom. This suit you. It does. Evenings. Porch swings creak under us. Stars blanketing like promises. He opens more. Native stories from his crow grandma, trickster coyote. Lessons in adaptation. I share Chicago chaos. Pride parades electric. But hollow without roots. Here. I breathe. I confess. One night. Fire dying low. He pulls a box from under floorboards. Letters. Yellowed. Jace's handwriting. Looping elegant. Read if you want. Part of me. I do. Tears blurring ink. Love raw. Unfiltered. Jace's wit. Anthony's devotion. Last one. Dated days before. Don't wait forever. Love. Live wild. Gut-wrenching. He was out. Proud. Taught me it's okay. Anthony's voice cracks. After. I hid. Elena was safe. Familiar. No risks. Understanding dawns. And me? Risky. He cups my face. Worth every damn one. Sealed with kiss. Deeper than words. But paradise fractures. April rains lash. Swelling creeks. A tour goes south. Client. Drunk fool. Slips into rapids. Anthony dives in. Hauls him out. But current claims his boot. Twists ankle bad. Back home. A bandage. Ice packs. Fury at fate. Rest. I order. Playing nurse. He grumbles. But complies. Rare vulnerability. Nights. I read to him Hemingway. Fitting. Laughter over the snows of Kilimanjaro. His head in lap. Healing slow. But bonds tighten. Elena calls. Check in. She says. Anthony hands phone over. Talk to her. She's family now. Hesitant. I do. Her voice warm. Heard about the dunking. Hero. As always. You too solid. Yeah. Solid. Truth rings. Spring blooms, wildflowers rioting color. Air sweet with pine sap. We plant garden, tomatoes. Herbs, hands dirty. Souls clean. First harvest. Salad under arbor he builds. Fairy lights strung hasty. Future's here. He toasts, beer clinking mine. But Future's temp tests. My phone revives fully, signal strong now. Voicemail from Chicago, Mark. Dom. Miss you. Therapy's helping. Come back. We talk. Delete. But echo lingers. Mayfair in Jackson. Booths hawking quilts. Chili cook-offs. Anthony enters ribs. I judge pies. Crowds bustle. But we carve space, his hand in mine. Public casual. A few stares. But Wyoming's thawing too, rainbow flags peek from shops. Old vet buddy corners him. Crow. You gone soft? Holding hands like teenagers. Anthony grins. Soft? Nah. Just right. Pride swells. But evening. Bar stop, local dive. Neon flickering. Beers flow. Pool cues crack. Elena appears. In town for supplies. Joins. Shots slammed. Laughter loose. But her hand on his knee. Habitual, he shifts. But late. Outside. Air cool. I snap. What's the deal? Still comforting? He stops. Face hardening. Jealous? Elena's past. You're now. Past that visits? Shares beds. Words venomous. Borrowed from her confession. Shock flickers. You talked? She told you. Everything. Including post-Jace friendship. Silence stretches. Rain spitting. It was grief. Dom. Clinging. Ended before you. But trust? How? When history repeats. He steps close. Voice low. History don't dictate. You do. I choose you. Kiss under awning. Rain drumming fierce. Forgiving. Home. Makeup sex cathartic. Bodies mending what words wound. June heat waves in. Tourist swarm. Business booms. We hire help. Kid from town. Quiet queer named Riley. Anthony mentors. Fatherly. I see legacy in him passing torch. But undercurrent stirs. Letter arrives. My mother's. Postmarked Chicago. Darling. Mark called. He's sorry. Family misses you. Come home. Toss it. But Anthony finds. Go if you need. But no, here's home too. Torn. Pace. City pulls career. Lights. Mountains hold him. Decision looms. But fate intervenes. Storm season hits. Thunderheads brooding. We're guiding a group. Ridge trail slick. Lightning cracks. Tree splinters, branch clips me. Gash on arm deep. Anthony carries me down. Mile of terror. Blood-soaking shirt. ER in Jackson. Stitches. Tetanus. He hovers. Pale. Can't lose you too. In bed that night. Bandaged. I whisper, staying. For us. Relief floods his face. Love you. Dom. Summer peaks, barbecues. Lake swims nude under moon. Bodies bronzed. Souls bared. He carves our initials in aspen. A and D forever. But forever tests. Elena returns. Unannounced. Bag packed. Need a place. Husband number 2 cleaned me out. Anthony hesitates. I nod, hospitality's his code. She bunks couch. Days blending awkward. Cooking together. Stories shared, her laugh infectious. Pain mirrored mine. Nights. She corners me. He's yours. I see it. Just be his anchor. Gratitude mixes pity. Anthony confides. Feels wrong. Her here. like backsliding. Send her gentle, I advise. To healing, not us. He does funds for motel. Job leads. She leaves tearful. Happy for you both. Relief washes. Unbroken. Fall whispers, leaves turning fire. Harvest moon hunt. Just us. Bows drawn. Elk elusive, but thrill binds. Campfire. Stories of Jace, ghost laid gentle. Back home. Proposal brews, not ring, but vow. Build with me, he says. Life. Here. Yes. Breathless. But winter looms. Shadows lengthening. Phone rings, mark again. Emergency. Mom's sick. Need you. Duty calls. I go. Promising return. Chicago greets gray, skyscrapers indifferent. Hospital vigil. Mom frail, but rallies. Mark waits. Ice pleading. We could try again. No, firm. Found my path. Return flight delayed, blizzard seals passes. Stranded. Irony bites. Anthony's texts. Miss you. Cabin cold without. Heart aches. Finally, wheels touch Wyoming tarmac. He waits, arms open. Reunion raw home. But secrets simmer. In his pocket, note glimpsed, Elena's handwriting. One last time, for old times, world tilts. The drive from Jackson Hole Airport is a silent gauntlet. Snow flurries whipping the windshield like accusations. Anthony's grip on the wheel is white-knuckled. His usual easy chatter replaced by clipped updates on the cabin, new wood stove installed. Riley handling tours fine. I stare out at the familiar black ribbon of road twisting through sagebrush. The Tetons looming like judgmental gods in the distance. Mom's okay. Stabilized with meds and that fierce Polish stubbornness. But the trip unearthed old graves. Mark's lingering gaze at the hospital, his hand brushing mine for old times. The city's siren call whispering of promotions and penthouses. I shut it down, focused on us until that glimpse of the note, folded in his coat pocket as he shrugged it off at baggage claim. Elena's script, loopy and familiar from letters I'd seen. One last time, for old times, the words burned like acid reflux. I don't confront, not yet. Home's hearth demands peace first. The cabin welcomes with wood smoke and warmth, stew simmering his comfort food ritual. We eat by firelight, spoons clinking, his foot hooking mine under table. Tell me everything, he says. I soft. Your mom's a fighter. Like you. Stories flow. Beeping monitors. Sibling squabbles. Mark's awkward support. Anthony listens. Nods. But tension coils in his shoulders. Bed calls early. Bodies seeking solace. Slow. Familiar. His mouth tracing collarbone. Hands kneading thighs. Mine, he murmurs against skin, and I arch, believing. Sleep claims us tangled, but dawn wakes me to empty sheets. Coffee perks, he's on porch, staring at peaks, rifle cleaned methodical beside him. Morning, I say, mug in hand. He startles, pulls me close, kiss salty, urgent. Rough night. Dreams of losing tracks, vague, but his eyes dodge. We busy chores as armor. Chopping wood. Rhythm of axe thuds drowning doubt. Sweat beads despite chill. He pauses, wipes my brow. You okay? Trip shook you. Shook us both. Beat. Saw the note. Anthony. Elena. Air stills. X drops. His face crumples, not denial, but shame. Dom. It ain't. What? One last time sounds pretty clear. Voice cracks. Betrayal fresh as the gash from spring. He paces, boots scuffing porch. She wrote weeks back, when you left. Drunk, lonely, begged to come up. Talk. I said no. Burned it. Found the draft yesterday. Cleaning pockets. Meant to tell you. Draft. Skepticism sharp. Yeah. Never sent. Swear. Hands up. Pleading. Eyes lock truth there. Raw. Marine honor. Crow integrity. Exhale. Storm breaking. Trust's fragile out here. Don't make me question. Embrace fierce. Apologies whispered. Won't. You're my north. Forgiveness mends. But scar tissue forms. Days blur healing, joint hunts. No prey but peace. He shares more. Elena's pull. Post-Jace crutch. Habit hard to kick. Like smoking, knew it killed. Did it anyway. Vulnerability bonds deeper. I confess Mark's advance. Offered the world. Chose you. Gratitude glows. World's overrated. This is enough. Thanksgiving nears, first together. I fly mom out. She arrives bundled. Eyes wide at wilderness. My boy's gone lumberjack. Teasing. But approval warms when Anthony charms. Fresh turkey smoked. Stories of his grandma's fry bread. Table laden. Cranberry relish. Pie from town. Toasts ring to second chances. Mom corners me later. He's solid. Dom. Hold tight. Nod. Heart full. Winter grips, blizzards blanketing. Isolating. Cooped. We nest. Puzzles by fire. His guitar duets. Bodies exploring lazy afternoons. Love letters penned. His scrawl poetic. Mine witty. To the man who thawed my frozen heart, he writes. I frame one. Nail to wall. But isolation breeds ghosts. Radio crackles news. Anti-LGBT bill in Cheyenne. Echoes of national ugliness. Anthony stiffens. Wyoming's changing slow. We lay low. Lay low. Frustration flares. I'm proud. Anthony. Parades. Flags not hiding. Debate simmers not fight, but fracture. Ain't hiding us, he counters. Protecting. Vets like me. Queers get targeted, bars burned. Still. History lesson. Stonewall distant. But Casper's Matthew Shepard cross fresh. 1998 horror. Rope in fence. Chills. Okay. Concede. But not forever. Compromise. Private pride. Rainbow scarf on tree. Quiet. Christmas Eve. Snow soft. Tree felled together. Ornaments handmade. Bullets for bells. Feathers from hunts. Gifts unwrap. He gives me knife. Engraved. Survivor. Leather journal. For our story. Midnight mass in town. Candlelight service. His hand in mine under pew. Pastor preaches forgiveness. Tears prick. Home. Lovemaking holy, slow reverence. Climax like prayer. New Year dawns crisp. Resolutions, his. Build addition guest room for mom. Mine. Learn crow words. Love's haikani. Spring thaws again. But undercurrent stirs. Elena calls. Congrats on the holidays. Polite. But Anthony hangs quick. Uneasy. Told her we're done, he says. For good. Relief. But vigilance. Tour season ramps, groups larger. Risks higher. One client, burly rancher type, eyes us suspicious during briefing. You too. Partners, snide. Anthony's jaw ticks. Business partners. Questions, mumble, but tension lingers trail. At overlook, rancher corners me. Watch yourself, boy. This ain't San Fran. Fear flickers, but Anthony intervenes, voice steel, trails that way. Move, back home. Rage boils. Should have decked him. No, I say. We're better, but seed planted world's not all hearths. May bloom riot. Garden thrives. Lettuce crisp. Tomatoes swelling. We picnic meadow. Wine chilled stream. Laughter free. Until ranger radio. Crow. Got a call, trespassers on lease. Poachers. He gears up. Reluctant. Stay put. Night falls anxious. Gunshot echoes distant. Heart stops. Hours later. He returns. Bloodied knuckles. Deputy trailing. Caught him, grim. Idiots with spotlights. One swung, defended. Deputy nods. Self-defense. But paperwork. Alone. A clean wounds. Hero again. Worried you. Kiss deep. Adrenaline fueling. June heat. Tourists peak. Riley confides. Town talk. Folks whispering about you too. Not all kind. Ignore. But erodes. July 4th. Fireworks over Snake River. We watch from blanket. His arm anchor. Burst colors mirror joy. But ranchers echo. This ain't. Mid-boom. Phone buzzes unknown. Fags like you ruin real men. Watchbacks. Anonymous. Casper prefix. Anthony sees. Face thunder. Block it. Probably drunk. But sleep evades. Threats. Paranoia. August scorches. Hunt drought, game scarce. Bills mount. Argument sparks over finances. Tour cutbacks, he snaps. Can't risk more. Risk? We're starving pride for pennies. Heat words. Cold regret. Make up swift apologies in sheets. September winds hint change. Leaves gold. Air crisp. We hike fall colors. Hand in hand. At summit, he kneels, not proposal, but plea. Marry me. Dumb. Simple vows here. Witnesses trees. Tears. Yes. Planning whispers, small. Intimate. Mom. Riley. Elena. Debatable. October chill bites. Big hunt booked. High dollar. Outfitter gig. Anthony preps obsessive. This pays winter. I nod. Uneasy. Departure dawn. Kiss lingering. Love you. Come back whole. Always. Days drag. Cabin echoes empty. Phone sparse, signal weak. Then. Call. Deputy. Accident on lease. Anthony's hurt. Bear mauling. World shatters. Rush hospital, he lives. Gashes stitched. Arm mangled. Client's fault, spook sow. Idiot ran, Anthony rasps. Clawed me good. Relief floods. But pain mirrors. Bedside vigil. Holding hand. No more risks. Weak smile. For us? Worth. Recovery slow, physio grueling. Quit tours. Nurse full-time. Bills pile. But love pays. November snows early. Elena visits, heard. Bringing soup, kind. But eyes linger on him. Nurse mode. Gratitude. But jealousy twinges. Night. She stays late. Old-time story. Laughter shared. Door closes. I eavesdrop. Whispers of Jace. Tears. Comfort. Platonic. Trust phrase. Confront post-visit. What's she really here for? Support, he insists. Like you. But I'm lover. She's past. Voice rises. Let it go. Hurt festers. Thanksgiving solo. Mom flies in. Elena too. Table tense. But food warms. Toasts awkward. Post-feast. Walk. Anthony pulls me aside. Found something. Your journal, read it. Mark's calls. Doubts. Violation stings. Privacy. Anthony. Scared I'd lose you. City pulling. Accusation boomerangs. And Elena? Her notes. Visits. Silence dams. Storm erupts, words weapons. You think I'm cheating? After all. Prove different. Slam door. Snow night. I drive. Aimless. Tears freezing cheeks. Wander till dawn. Return humbled. Cabin dark. Note. Gone to think. Love. Heart breaks. The cabin's silence is a living thing after Anthony leaves. A hollow echo that presses against my ribs like a bruise refusing to fade. I pace the creaky floors. Floorboards groaning under boots worn thin from our hikes. The fire in the hearth long gone to ash and regret. Outside, the November wind howls through the pines, carrying the first heavy flakes of what promises to be a brutal Wyoming winter. Mom's flight out was yesterday, her hug tight with unspoken worry. Fix it, baby. Love don't quit easy. Elena slipped away too, murmuring something about Casper deadlines, her eyes avoiding mine like I was the storm cloud. And now, him, gone to think, leaving me with a half-empty woodpile, a stew pot still warm from last night, and the jagged shards of trust we'd both swung at like axes. I try calling voicemail, that gravel voice, leave a message, or don't. I'll call back, no bars up here, satellite phone dead from the cold. Drive to town, roads icing, chains mandatory. Instead, I bundle up, grab the rifle he taught me to load, and trudge the ridge trail we called ours. Snow crunches underfoot, fresh powder erasing footprints like secrets. The air bites sharp, numbing lips, but the burn in my chest is worse, replaying the fight. His invasion of my journal, those scribbled doubts about Mark's calls bleeding into fears of losing this wild life. My accusation, Elena's shadow looming larger than it should. Prove different, I'd spat, and now proof's absence screams guilt. Midday sun mocks with weak light, glinting off iced branches. I spot tracks, boot prints, fresh, veering off-path toward the old lease line where the bear got him. Heart lurches. Follow. Branches whip face, blood warm on cold skin, but push on. Clearing opens, hunting blind, camo tarp sagging under snow. Smoke wisps from a makeshift stove. He's there, hunkered, staring at a thermos like it holds answers. Anthony, he startles, hand to sidearm, instinct. Eyes meet, weary. Dom. Go home. No. Drop rifle. Approach slow. We talk. Now. Sigh heavy. Gestures inside. Blind cramped. 2 stools. Lantern flickering. Whiskey passes. Burn familiar. Journal. Saw your words. What if Chicago calls back? Sounded like leaving. Thoughts. Not plans. Bitter sip. You read private shit. Then Elena notes, visits. Feels like circling X's. He winces, scar on arm puckering. Elena's closure. Final. Burned the last letter, swear on Jace's grave. Proof? None. But tone rings true. Tears hot. Scared. Okay, this us biggest risk. Don't want echoes. Embrace awkward. Then tight. Me too. Journal scared me shitless. Thought city'd win. Words bridge. Vulnerabilities aired. No weapons. Stay, he whispers. Fight together. Return hike. Hands linked. Snow falling soft. Home. Fire rebuilt, bodies too. Slow mend on rug. Forgiveness in every touch. December deepens freeze. Holidays loom, we opt simple, no tree. Just light strung rafters. Cookies baked lopsided. Mom sends care package. Rainbow ornaments. Pierogies frozen. For my mountain men, note reads. New Year's Eve. Summit vigil, bottle champagne. Stars witnesses. Toasts. To us, unbreakable. But breaks come subtle. Bill's avalanche, medical from mauling. Slow season. Anthony takes side gig. Poacher patrol. Nights out. Returns dawn weary. Smelling smoke and pine. Clear, reports. But one morning, bruise new on ribs, fell on ice. Doubt flickers, but kiss away. January ices over, blizzard buries us. Cooped, tensions simmer. I push pride plans. Town float, show em we're here. He balks. Weather first. Safety, argument brews. My impatience, his caution. Hiding again? No, protecting. Words wound. Silent treatment chills deeper than snow. Thaw brings Riley. Heard y'all fighting. Need backup. Kids earnest. Brings beer. Stories. Towns shifting. New queer bar in Jackson. Go. Anthony softens. Maybe. February Valentine hunt date. Track deer. Arrows fly true. Haul home. Cook tender. Bed petals scattered. Cliché. But his grin lights room. Love you. Fool. March mud season, messy. Like us. Elena emails. Congrats on whatever. Staying clean. Forward to him, he deletes. Past. Trust rebuilds. Brick by brick. April Fools. Prank war, salt in coffee. Whoopee cushions on saddles. Laughter heals. May blooms hope. Tour booking surge, we hire more. Including a trans guide from Bozeman. Anthony proud. Team's family now. June wedding plans solidify. Solstice ceremony. Meadow altar. Invites. Mom. Riley. Elena, reluctant yes. Vows drafted, mine. You found me lost. Made me home. His. In you. I live wild. But July heatwave brings heat of another kind. Anonymous texts resume. Fairy hunters? Watch the woods. Attached. Photo. Us kissing on porch. Timestamped last month. Stalker? Panic. Anthony arms up. Report it. Deputies on. Investigation drags. Prints nil. But patrols increase. Nights wired. Lovemaking edged with urgency. August. Client cancels big economy bite. Money tight. I float loan from Chicago savings. Temporary. Insist. He bristles. Don't need charity. Pride. Counter. Partnership. Swallow. Accept. September equinox. Rehearsal hike. Vows practiced. Rings elk ivory simple. Joy bubbles. October harvest moon. Bachelorette twist. Guy's night. Bonfire with Riley's crew. Song's body. Beer's cold. Anthony loosens. Dances silly. Home. Tipsy tumble. Marry me tomorrow. Yes. Hunter. Ceremony dawn. Meadow mist shrouded. Pines cathedral. Mom weeps. Riley officiates. Online ordained. Elena stands quiet. Smile genuine. Vows exchange. Rings slide fit perfect. Kiss seals. Cheers. Champagne pops. Honeymoon local. Cabin retreat. No phones. Day's hike. Night's love. Husband. He tests. Grin wide. Bliss. But November whispers warning. First snow. First fight post-vows. Over Elena's holiday invite. Family tradition, he says. One dinner. No. Jealousy raw. Boundaries. Hurt flares. She's alone. Mercy. Us first. Door slams echo of before. He stays, but frost lingers. December holidays. Joint. Our tree. Her place after. Awkward cheer. But toasts warm. Elena pulls me aside. He's yours. I swear. Clean break. Believe. Hug. January new. Resolutions renewed. Threats cease. Sheriff shrugs. Prankster moved. Relief. February. Vet check. Anthony's arm aches chronic. Doc. Therapy. Or worse. Push sessions, he resists. Tough it. Not alone. Compromise joint yoga. Laughable at first. Then healing. March. Town pride seed. Meeting at bar. Anthony attends. Speaks. We're here. Deal. Applause thunders. April. Storm hits literal. Figurative. Elena calls frantic. Crash. Need pickup. Anthony goes. Returns with her. Bruised but whole fender bender. She stays weak. Nursing sprain. Tension crackles. Nights. She chats late. I retreat. Confront. This pattern her damsel. Unite. Compassion. Dom. Obsession. Rage. You think I'm after her? Prove. History loops, trust crumbles. Mid-fight. Phone rings, mom. Heart scare. Come. I leave. Wyoming fading. Chicago hospital again. But minor. Mark visits. Support. Ice hungry. Return early. Resolve steal. Cabin dark. Anthony gone. Note. Need space. Elena's place. Love. Betrayal confirmed. Heart shatters. Drive Casper blind, storm raging. Her door. Pound. Opens. Robe clad. Anthony behind. Shirtless. World ends. Rain lashes the windshield like it's trying to wash away the lie I've become, but the wipers just smear the truth into a blurry mess. Casper's outskirts blur past, strip malls and sodium lights mocking the romantic notions I'd spun about Wyoming's wild heart. Elena's bungalow hunkers at the end of a cul-de-sac. Porch light a feeble beacon in the downpour. I kill the engine, thunder rumbling sympathy, and sit there, fists clenched on the wheel till knuckles ache. The image sears, her door cracking open, robe slipping loose on one shoulder, hair tousled like post-coital disarray. Anthony behind, bare-chested, sweatpants low, that scarred arm flexing as he reaches for a shirt. No words exchanged, just the gut punch of visual confession. Years of city therapy sessions flash. betrayal's anatomy, the slow bleed before the snap. But this, knife twist personal. I bolt from the truck, boots splashing puddles, pounding fist on door till paint chips. Open up, now, voice raw, drowned by gale but fueled by fury. Door swings wide. Elena, eyes wide saucer, robe cinched tight. Dom, wait, where is he? Shove past. Water dripping foyer rug. Living room. Anthony frozen mid-step, shirt half on, face ashen as fresh snow. Air thick with. Nothing incriminating, no wine glasses, no rumpled sheets visible, but the optics scream. Tell me I'm wrong. He steps forward, hands placating. Dom. Listen. No. Scream echoes off knotty pine walls. Space at her place? Shirtless? Fuck that narrative. Turn to her. What? Victory lap? One last time delivered. Elena flinches, backing to kitchen. Nothing happened. Swear, crashed on couch. Storm trapped us. Likely story. Sarcasm drips venom. Anthony grabs arm. Gentle, but I yank free. Don't touch. You broke us. His voice cracks. Storm hit hard, roads closed. Elena called. Needed talk. Old shit. Closure final. Slept separate. Believe. Why? Journal. Notes. Visits. Pattern screams liar. Tears hot. Mixing rain. Pride? Lies. Vows? Vapor. Pain etches his face. Genuine. Or actor's mask. Love you. This misunderstanding. Prove it. Echo my old demand. Twisted now. Silence damns. Elena interjects soft. He's telling truth. Whiskey. Regrets. Talk Jace. You. Passed out on recliner. Nothing more. Doubt wars rage. Anthony nods. Search room. Nothing, but trusts corpse cold. Too late. Grab keys. Storm out, door slam finale. Drive blind. Lightning forking sky. Cabin calls, but hollow. Instead, Motel Jackson neon vacancy mocking. Check-in numb. Clerk's rough night. Ignored. Room stale, cigarette ghosts. Bed lumpy. Collapse. Sobs racking till exhaustion claims. Dawn gray. Coffee vending bitter. Phone. 17 missed. Anthony. Elena. Mom. Voicemails plead. His horse. Come back. Talk. Hers. Please. Dom innocent. Block all. Pack truck. Clothes. Journal. Knife he gave. Wyoming's beauty sneers. Tetons indifferent to heartbreak. Head south. I-80 eastbound. Chicago pulls like gravity, but heart lags. Hours blur. Prairies rolling. Radio crooning caches hurt. Fitting dirge. Pit stop Rollins. Gas. Burger. Tears in cab. Text Riley. Leaving. Tell him. Nothing. Reply instant. WTF? He's wrecked. Elena too says storm bullshit. Call him. Delete. Night falls Cheyenne Motel again. Dreams haunted. His gray eyes pleading. Elk antlers cracking like vows. Morning. Continue. Billboards flash. God bless Wyoming. Irony bites. Afternoon. Plains flatten. Doubt creeps. Optics versus. Truth? Elena's eyes? Guilt or shock? Anthony's touch always tender. Pull over. Shoulder rumble strip. Call unblock. His voice. Wrecked. Dom, thank God. Truth. Demand. Truth. Couch. Dom. Whiskey breath. Bad dreams. Woke to your truck. Thought lost you forever. Pause. Breath hitch. Why her place? Closure. She cornered. One dinner. Then gone. Storm sealed. Stupid. But clean. Believe. Have. Need time. Take it. But come back. Please. Hang up. Engine roars on. Nebraska cornfields mock domestic dreams. Mom calls. Baby? Where? Heading home. Breakup. Gasp. Fly. Don't drive alone. No. Need road. Days merge. Motels. Miles. Mind churn. Journal fills. Rants. Regrets. What ifs. Mark texts. Heard. Door open. Delete. Loyalty's ghost. Iowa. Storm mirrors Wyoming's sheets bucketing. Pull into diner. Pie slice solace. Locals chatter weather. Elections national ugliness bubbling. Anti-LGBT whispers. Heart hardens. Wyoming's wild, but world's wilder. Illinois border. Tolls. Traffic thickening. Chicago skyline rises. Concrete jungle. Familiar cage. Apartment dust-coated. Keys jangle hollow. Collapse couch. Wine from cabinet cheap red. Memories sour. Weeks blur. Job hunt. Therapy restart. Mom visits. Hugs fierce. Heal. Then decide. Nights. Dreams. Cabin fire. His laugh. Elk calls. Wake aching. Month in. Email Riley. He's shit drinking. Hunts solo. Elena left state new start. Callie. Says sorry. Twist knife. Call Anthony hesitant dial. Dom. Breath catch. Miss you. Me too. Pause. Come back. Not yet. Working me. Work. But no empty without. Hang. Tears. Spring Chicago. Buds. But bloom bittersweet. Pride plans float building. But solo shadow. May. Decision flight Jackson. No call surprise. Airport rental. Drive familiar roads. Cabin looms smoke curling. But porch empty. Knock. Anthony opens. Gaunt. Beard overgrown. Eyes light hope. Dom. Arms collide hug bone crush. Inside. Fire low. Table set simple. Stew. Bread. Talk marathon. Hurts aired. No defenses. Believed optics. Confess. Feared loss. Should have trusted. His hand covers. Won't happen again. Elena gone. Blocked. All. Proof. Phone shown. History clear. Nod. Second chance. Third. Fourth. Unlimited. Healing slow, walks tentative. Touches shy. Garden weeds pull joint, hands brush. Spark reignites. June solstice. Vow renewal. Private. Meadow same. Rings re-exchanged. Forever. No doubts. Kiss sun warmed. Summer rebuilds. Tours duo. Pride float entry. Rainbow antlers. Cheers roar. Town warms. High fives. Not stairs. Fall harvest. Wedding proper. Delayed mom. Riley. New friends. Vows tear jerk. Dance under stars. Winter gentle. Snow angels. Cocoa nights. Threats forgotten. Love armor. Bring. Baby talk. Not blood, but foster. Queer kid from Casper. Scared eyes. Anthony softens. Like us. Once. Yes. Years weave. Cabin expands. Family grows. Anthony's arm mends with time. Hunts lighter. I write. Memoir. Lost and found in the wild. Old age creeps. Gray's silver. Lines laugh-etched. Porch rockers creak. Hands linked. One dusk. He turns. Nothing the same. Since you. Smile. Good. Fade to stars, human. Whole.